Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. And we are in the shop. We're not going anywhere right now. We've got a couple things that we want to do in today's episodes. We are going to start out in the shop for one. We're taking a look right here at John Ruda's W900 Highway Killer. And we're going to look at some of the little changes that have happened in 7.0. It's not an extensive look, so if you don't count on this being a complete review of the truck, we're just getting at what is new in version 7.0. A little bit on the outside, a lot of it on the inside. And after that, we're going to take it on a short drive because we have another engine. It's new to the channel, and it is by SerialBlack. SerialBlack's new website is now out at SerialBlackModding.com, and you can check out 6 of his engines that have been updated, and one of those is going to be featured today, specifically the Cummins Big Cam. So we're going to put that in the Highway Killer and drive that a little bit. So a little bit in the shop, shorter drive, so we can do both. We can see the truck in action, all the details, hear the engine, all that good stuff. Few bits of news first before we go ahead and start out is obviously SerialBlack's site is out. By the way, Mike at Modded ATS has recorded a sound bit, and you can see them kind of in the thumbnails. One of the thumbnails has a play button, and he's recorded like an 8-minute video for all of his different engines, so you can hear it inside, outside, with the Jake, without starting, stopping. So you can get a really good idea before you go ahead and purchase any one of these engines from SerialBlack. Really great that they did that. And so, yeah, go check out those engines. Another bit of news, obviously, SCS released their new Kenworth T860. Sorry, T680. I'll edit that. And I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. Haven't even been on at all today while it was released. I will get to it at some point. The modern truck's not really my favorite, but I am going to check it out for sure. Might even give it a little bit of a drive. I doubt we're going to go into a review in the shop with it, but that's an interesting bit of news. For those of you familiar with and fans of Borman Performance, well, they're offering 30% off a lot of their mods, so you might want to check that out. I don't know if that has gone into effect or it will go into effect, but he's got 7 or 8 good mods, and go ahead and look at all of the offerings that he has because you're going to save yourself a little bit of money. It's pretty good. For those of you that are on the Patreon for Half-Fast Gaming, the Rent an Hour trailer has been updated. Technically, maybe it should be a version 3 or a version 4. He said it's like an update to version 2, so I don't know where he is, 2.3, 2.4, whatever it is. Anyway, if you are a Patreon, go ahead and check that out. There's been a few loads added and a little bit more. Final bit of news before we get into this is this Sunday when I release my video, officially, it will be here, the twin stick tutorial, how to get into it, how to set it up, and by the end of the video, you should have a working, what engine is, or what transmission is it going to be? I'll leave that for a surprise. So we won't be going over how to manipulate all the files to make your own. That'll be a separate video. This is just the basics, the hardware, the files, how to get everything straight, how to get your sticks configured so that you have a working twin stick by the end of the tutorial. That is coming up this Sunday, and that's it for the news. So let's go ahead and get into this W900 and all of its updates. Okay, so the first thing you want to start off with here, here in the cabin, you'll notice that we have day cab and day cab old style. Flat top sleeper, flat top old style. So basically what this means is you kind of have a configuration to make it almost like a W900A. This is kind of what it looks like right now. I have it actually configured with this hood and the headlights of a W900A. Not surprisingly, it's because I'm picking an old style. And that's one of the first things you're actually going to recognize. In order to get these lights, I believe, so we're on old style right now, and if I go into hood, then I have a chance to get the W900A and the custom. which changes out this fender here. I'll change it back. Watch that fender. Boom. Takes a little bit away. But if I go ahead and hit standard, it's going to revert it back to like a W900B, W900L. But I'm still on the old style, so if I go on the inside, this is one of the biggest things that we saw changes in was the interior here. Completely different gauge setup, different dash. We've got floor options now and colors all around that we can change. We'll go through these. Bordeaux red, jet black, slate gray, steel blue. But if the interior doesn't look like this, this is the new updated, you'll know because it says in big letters, new 7.0, then what you need to do is go back to the cabin, choose the flat top sleeper, choose any one of these that don't say old style. For example, if you want to look at the 38 footer, you can, or you can try the new one. There's a new one, a 60 footer. Sorry, 60 footer. 60 incher, that would be ridiculous. Okay. Anywho, 60 incher, that one looks pretty cool too. But notice those are the old style. If I pick well, let's just go ahead and pick one that doesn't change things so much. Go with the 38 incher. And then I go back to the inside. We're back to a gauge cluster that looks pretty similar. And the way so you'll see that we have the old gauges set up. And of course, in this section right here under the interior, if you want to go back to full gauge, you can absolutely do that. These are all brand new here in 7.0. I'm going to go through them here so you can see the colors, both up top and down below. Bordeaux red, full gauge. I'll just go through the colors. Jet black, slate gray, steel blue. And of course, you also have your full gauge versions of all of those. So you can keep it like you used to have it. But then you want it old school. Well, piece of cake. Well, let's go into the 60 incher. I like that. And then you go back into the side and the inside, and you have this new dash again. So pretty cool the way it all works out. But just note that for a lot of the things, how they look on the interior, you're going to want to make sure you're either set on old style or not set on old style. That being said, let's say that I'm going to try this actually. So we're back on the 38 incher. Now I'm curious, can I get these W900 hood option? Oh, look, I can still get it. So whether I'm actually set up for the interior on the old style or the new style, I can still get it to be this W900, the lights. I'll go back. So basically the only thing that changes here is the lights and this wheel well. That is what is going on there. So there's not a whole lot of changes on the outside, but if you look up here on the horns, we do have new square paint horns and square paint high. So that is a new option with the horns. We also have round paint and round paint high. Then we move over to the rear steps, and we've got a couple different options that are new. We've got the stairs, toolbox small metal, toolbox small chrome, toolbox small paint, then a couple options down here. Stairs plus the toolbox, small metal, small chrome, and small paint. So a couple of different options there. Reverse lights, new right here. We got reverse lights chrome, and we got reverse lights paint. And even though there are two nodes for them, it applies it to both sides no matter which node you pick. If we go over to the fenders now, we get a couple different options. A lot of this stuff is already existing, but we have these Hogue Built Premium 24 inch. And we have a second variation of it right there. So that is new in 7.0. We also have the 27 inch, two versions of it from Hogue Built. That's what that looks like. That's what that looks like. And then, of course, why not? Let's keep going up 30 inches. There's a second variation of it. 34 inch in the two different variations. And that's what we have as far as fenders. And I believe that covers just about everything. Like I said, some changes here and there for sure to add some more options. But on the outside, it's really about this hood and those W900A lights. That's pretty much like the big thing, although we have kind of gone ahead and add these painted round horns, so that's pretty cool. But most of it's on the inside. And like I said, oh wait, this is the wrong thing. This must be the new style, so let's go back to the old style. Boom. Old style. Let's take a look at it. And then you've got plenty of options in here, of course, just like you would expect from John Ruda. Let's go ahead and start with the odometer. You can have it static, or you can have it functioning after engine start. I'm going to leave it functioning for sure. That way I can check on it as we're going. Steering wheel. We have quite a few new steering wheels that have been thrown in here. Here's the old, original standard, custom wood 1, number 2, number 3, 4, 5, and 6. I kind of like number 4. Kind of digging number 4. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty cool. So now 6, 7. Ooh, that one's nice too. I might stick with that one. Original executive. Executive wood 1, wood 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, look at these. And then chrome. Ooh, that one's looking nice too. How many steering wheels did he put in here? I'm just scrolling down just so you guys can see all these different ones. Okay, you are not in short supply. What is that, like 20 different steering wheels? That is absolutely crazy. Moving over here, we have interior frames. We have it in black. We have it in chrome. We have it in chrome bright. And we have chrome brushed. That's what you're going to see a lot in the theme here on this dash, is that there's a black version, chrome, bright, and brushed. That's pretty much what's going to happen. Interior chrome, here we go, regular chrome, bright, and brushed. Nothing new on the shifters. These are all still version 5.0. Gauges, all new gauges here. Plastic black gloss, plastic full black. It's kind of cool. Chrome, bright again, brushed chrome. So we have the 3 different variations of the chrome. You can even do these interior bolts here. So that's black, chrome, bright chrome, brushed chrome. Dashboard. Do we want to leave it two-tone? Do we want to go dark gray, slate gray, or plastic black? Honestly, I'm probably going to go dark gray, to be honest. I think that looks pretty good. Front mirrors, that's not helping us. Interior edging also. All the detail all around all this lettering. Chrome, bright, brushed, and black. Actually kind of like the black. Probably going to leave it there. Floor. What color carpet do you want? Gray, black, dark gray, blue, red, wood, or black wood. Pretty cool. You can even add a little bit here to this door handle. Make it chrome. We can make the whole thing, both the handle and the frame, chrome. We can make it brushed chrome. Tons of options there. I believe this is for the seat. We can go dark gray, cloth black, Modura gray. I kind of like this, especially if you put that in there with the carpet. I think that would look really good. Then, of course, you've got your leather. Blue, gray, another gray. Oh, so that's dark gray, gray, red. So you've got a whole different suite of colors in 3 different styles of seats. Really pretty cool. And, of course, this pillar can also be changed. Dark gray, slate gray, chrome, bright chrome, and you guessed it, brushed chrome. It's kind of cool that you can put chrome there. Most people, if they're going to offer a pillar, are only offering the various colors. Now, you get a few colors here, but you also get the 3 variations of chrome. That is definitely the theme on the inside. And that is the bulk of the changes that is happening with the W900 from John Ruda in this update. A few on the outside, quite a bit of changes on the inside. Just remember, if you want to change the look of this, there's no node here to change it. It's not even in the interior. The interior is only for the color. You got to go back here to the cabin and make sure what you're picking says old style. If you don't want that, go back to one that doesn't say old style. And that's pretty much how it breaks down. Now, let's go ahead and turn over to the engine here. And we have SerialBlack's Cummins Big Cam in here. So the Cummins 855. And we have it loaded up with, I've got version 1, version 2, version 3, and version 4. And then you've got a version of 3 and 4 that are tuned, built up a little bit more in the horsepower, both 480, whereas all the rest of these come in 465 horsepower. So let's go ahead and pick, which one you want to pick, it doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and pick style 2. I want to see what that's going to sound like. I'm going to go ahead and run an 18, but because I've got the 2 sticks here, I'll probably run it in a 2-stick fashion. Nothing real complex at all. This does all the shifting here on the left, and this one is essentially just going to be my splitter, low and high. That's all we're going to do. Let's take her for a drive. Okay, welcome to Evanston, and we are at the Kiewit. I don't know exactly the how to pronounce the actual business here. We have obviously the W900 from John Ruda, so we just went ahead and went with the lowboy from John Ruda as well. The cargo is 55,125 pounds, and it is a wrecker. Guess they're avoiding keeping it branded, but that is clearly a Peterbilt. Am I wrong on that? That has to be a Peterbilt. Anyway, yeah, 55,000 pounds. We got about 2.5 hours on the drive today, I believe. Oh, almost 3. So let's go ahead and get her started.
The time has arrived, President Wazer. The world awaits your commands.
And of course, as always, we have Morgan with us. That is amazing. Did you hear that delay right before it fired up like it was going to choke? And then it came to life. Get these windows down for you so you can hear it. A little bit outside. It's got a nice full sound. Wait till you hear the Jake on this. This is amazing too. Headlights are on. Very good. Go ahead and get our strobe on. I believe we got a strobe on here, yeah. As we pull out of here, go ahead and pull out. It's only 55,000 pounds. I think we can get out just fine. We're not going to use any low gears or anything like that. You got to kind of straighten out there. I don't want to put a whole lot of pressure on those back wheels, just having them spin around and pivot in one spot. That is how you blow a tire.
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn
All right, let's go right. All right, let's get that beacon off. Get those windows up. We'll start off with one low. That's a good sounding Jake. I love that. I don't think I'd ever get tired of that sound. Good job, Serial Black. Really liking it. And I guess I'm too far out into the intersection, because now we're just going to wait for every truck to pause as if they have a stop sign right in front of us. That's absolutely fantastic. That leads for a good drive. Gets up to speed pretty good. And we don't have a ton of weight on her, but still pretty good acceleration. Again, 465 horsepower on it. She gets down the road. I am loving the new interior, though. I'm loving the whole W900, the old feel on the dash and everything. Absolutely digging that. Of course, if you've watched a few videos from me, you know that I'm a pretty big fan of the classics. I'm definitely a fan of the W900A. And so like to drive Outlaw's W900 because you can put an A configuration on that. 4K modding, I haven't actually checked to see if that's updated for 1.49, but I used to drive that in the last two versions of the game and really liked it a lot. But now it's nice to see that John Ruda's also joined in the game and make her into an old school as well. What speed limit? What speed limit? Well, we're good up to 80. I'm going to keep that route advisor up there. That is a new route advisor. Yara, yet another route advisor. Kind of like the whole look up at the top. I used to have it down below. Are we pulling in? Yes, we are. Yapping away, wasn't paying attention. Using every bit of that, Jake. But it slowed her down pretty good.
Keep left.
Yeah, this 465 horsepower Cummins Big Cam having no problem getting up to acceleration. That's what I like to see. Big fan of the Big Cam. And it was such a versatile engine, too. You found it in just about everything. It was crazy. Skip 5 high and go straight into 6 because she's got the power. From here, we'll go ahead and split them with this second stick here. Hear that turbo kick in. That whistle. It's pretty sweet. What do you guys think of this route advisor here on top? So before I had Sissel's route advisor. And I used it quite a bit because it takes up such little real estate. But I kind of like it down up there at the top because you could always see through it pretty well, but unless you were angled down with your head like that, you know, it was taken away, excuse me, it was taking away a lot of the real estate that you used to look at the interior. So now that we can have it up top and it's still got a very small footprint, I'm still getting used to it, just kind of at a quick glance getting all my information, but it's not too bad at all. It's definitely out of the way. I'm getting used to it. I've been on it for 2 or 3 days now, so I'm going to keep doing that. A couple other mods that I threw in here. A small one was, saw it on Steam. It is the orange street lights, and it kind of gives it a real feel at night, having that orange glow, more of that incandescent light feel, as opposed to just having your brights or your LEDs or something like that. And it just looks a little bit too sanitary without it, in my opinion. I think it'll be good staying in 7th. Yeah, we'll just. But yeah, that's another one that I've had to take a look at, and this is kind of a big one. I'm just kind of reminding myself as I go around to kind of look at the skies. At the moment, everything looks kind of plain, whereas I usually always crashed into a bunch of cars. Oh yeah, we'll make that work. We'll make that work. Sorry, how you doing? Whereas I always see like some cloud texture. That's completely legit. We're just getting a drive. Let me take you outside here for a second. Let's get some Jake going. But as I was saying, yeah, I'm kind of looking at the skies. See, we got a couple clouds coming in. I am not using Project Next Gen like I usually am. This is actually, I forget the whole title, but I think it's Realistic Brutal Graphics and Weather. Yeah, this engine's pretty good. Don't even need to split them all the way up to 7th. But yeah, I'm just kind of keeping an eye on these skies now, see what the weather does. I haven't had it rain on me yet. I've only been driving with this for 2 or 3 days now. But I went through and I checked out, I think it was 8K weather for free on the Steam Workshop. And I'm not a big fan because if you remember in my last video, I had suspicion that that was what was causing some of the roads to get overexposed and blown out, and that was absolutely the fact. I do not have that with this Realistic Brutal graphics and weather. So that's pretty cool. But I kind of feel like I'm missing something still. Kind of feel like it's not as refined as PNG. Maybe I just need to take some time to get used to it. And obviously there's going to be a difference between like something free on the Steam Workshop. But I don't know. I'll give it a little bit more time to mess with. Nice look right there at that front fender. That W900A style. Pretty good overall though. I'm loving the engine too. Really am. I think we're just going to go straight to 7. Oh yeah, she can take it. She can take it. Gotta love the Big Cam. SerialBlack did a great job with it. So what are you guys thinking about the changes to the W900 and SerialBlack's Cummins Big Cam. So he has 6 engines that he released. We've got the Cummins Big Cam, we've got the Cummins 220, we've got the Mac E series, we've got a C15, and what's the other one? Oh man. Oh, it's a DD60, and we've got a Cummins ISX. So those are the 6 engines that he has out right now on his site.
Turn right.
Are we really pulling in here? What? I never pulled in here. We're here in Logan. And get our beacons on. I don't even think we're gonna be able to make this turn. I gotta be honest with you. I think we're gonna hit that box. Is that a mailbox or something, or a call box? Oh yeah, see, we're not pulling that. I needed a complete different angle. And of course, like typical SCS, whenever you get in a jam, what do? They immediately put traffic directly behind you. Gotta love it. No harm, no foul. Yeah, that's what we're running up against. It was the mailbox. That guy. Killing me. You need to find a different place for your mailbox. So yeah, this is the Western Metal Recycling. That is where this wrecker is going to. It's at the end of its career, or they're gonna... I doubt they're gonna fix it up. I think it's gonna be parted out, to be honest with you. Which is kind of sad. Then again, it got us a job, didn't it? Get these windows down. Probably don't need the beacons on anymore. Got a nice easy parking spot for us today. Let's go ahead and check it out from the outside. See if we can straighten that out just a bit. Honk the horn coming back. Here we go. Get her nice and straightened out. Looking good. And welcome to Logan. Brought this wrecker. Nice little drive with Highway Killer. And SerialBlack's new Cummins Big Cam. Let me know what you thought about the video. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it or were mildly entertained by pretty much anything, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you can see all my videos. And I will see you guys on the next one. Take care.